I've seen a whole lot of web series over the years since Marble Hornets came into being. I've seen the other two major Slenderman series, Everyman Hybrid and Tribe 12. I've seen other major players in the Slenderverse like Dark Harvest, ML Anderson, and Whispered Faith. I've seen a lot of series, from things I haven't covered or mentioned, to things that just don't measure up to the quality bar set for my recommendations to viewers. And through the original hit Slenderman web series, the well-known inspirations, the clones in disguise, and the obvious knockoffs, there's one man who has seen them all, memorized their workings, and lived in their world. His name is Stan Frederick, and his video diary is the best commentary on horror web series, Slenderman, and anything mixing the two you could hope for. The premise behind Stan Frederick is taken straight from an origin that works flawlessly for the approach taken in the series. In 2012, as a 16-year-old film student, Stan attempted to record a behind-the-scenes series for a movie he was making. Film student project, odd-looking man shows up in the footage, things go horribly wrong. Yeah, you guys know the deal. So does Stan, who recorded his experience with being stalked by the Slenderman for quite a long time. Now, 4 years after a whole lot of camera distortion, intimidating video messages on YouTube, and coughing up blood, Stan is ready to take his new station in life and do something with the knowledge obtained from the whole ordeal.
My name is Stan Frederick. I'm 20 years old, and I'm sure this is very confusing to some of you that have been subscribed to my YouTube channel since 2012. And in my 2013 video, the last video I posted on this channel, I basically said that I would never post here again. I'm back because I missed it. Me and you. I've been very lonely and such, and you know what, before I get into all that, I do want to make sure I cover everything that's happened that's important for those of you that are just joining me, because there's a little bit of context. So when I was young, I found myself faced with some very strange circumstances. Terrifying, even. A circumstance that was so horrifying and scarring that it cost me my family. It made me an orphan. It took away my childhood. I'd rather not get into the details, but in all honesty, eventually, you'll probably find out what they are anyway, because they are kind of the driving force for what I'm doing now. What am I doing now? Well, I am spending my life helping people that have shared similar circumstances, because against all odds, I was able to escape from them. I'm free. The thing that was following me around, making my life a living hell, is not following me around anymore. Not many people can say that. I've made it my job to travel, to look for other people that have shared similar experiences, people that contact me, call me, message me, whatever, with their paranormal stories and sightings of unusual things. And I travel out to meet them, I investigate. A lot more often than I would think, I find stuff. After the events of my last update video, me and my girlfriend Susan, we packed up all our stuff from New York, and we moved over here to Maine, and this is my house in Maine. It is one of my favorite places in the world. It's quiet, it's a great place to just think in silence, and it's a great place for me to work on the things that I'm doing now, so I love it. It's like my little base of operations.
Yes, true to form in most Slenderman series or other paranormal event stories, our main character is an orphan who lost his family to evil and at the old age of 20 happens to own a home. But already, the writing behind Stan is fully aware of what you're thinking and pokes at the Slender series trope in a subtle way, showing Stan introducing viewers to his new home with a date of recording included in the footage. He also ends the video with a perfect choice for a classic series character statement.
And you know, I figure, even for the people that think that these videos are fake, because Why wouldn't you? Why not? This could be some quality entertainment for you. And for everyone else that knows the truth, it'll be like watching a documentary.
From here, Stan takes us on his journeys investigating cases of ordinary people meeting extraordinary oddities. Info from the video description and a comment let us know exactly why Stan feels comfortable about it. So, this is a pretty decent summary of what I've been doing since 2013. The simple life of a signal disruptor. That's the thing I call myself. Signal disruptor. Cliché, but I like it. I was considering guy that can literally not be physically affected by anything supernatural anymore, but I felt that didn't quite roll off the tongue as much, don't you think? This is an exchange that's meant for some lighthearted humor, of course, but is just as telling about the status of our character. Stan has grown a sort of immunity to paranormal creatures, or enough of a resistance to feel safe about doing this for a while. In this video, Stan finds himself going up against the man in the suit again to help a stranger and his family rid themselves of an early Slenderman haunting. Ordinarily, I'd play a sample of the encounter for you, but seeing this for yourself, unspoiled, is one of the most rewarding things a longtime Slenderman series viewer can ever bear witness to. I am never going to forget how much I loved seeing it the first time, and then replaying it, over and over again. Do yourselves a favor and watch video 2, just your average investigation. Even if you don't end up following the series entirely, you owe this to yourself. After helping the man with his issues, Stan moves on to his next case, which involves staying in a hotel where the homage to one of the big 3 Slenderman series is perfect.
Wait. Oh my god. Why would they give me 2? I asked them for fucking...
What the hell? I asked for a single, but they gave me a double.
We then have a moment with Stan talking about prior cases and false alarms, learning more of who he is as a character, what he's been through, and feeling a ground fire of story and series plot underneath the moments of tribute and parody. That's a running theme found in Stan Frederick. This is a series that manages to pull off a very self-aware sense of parody, yet do so subtly, which means the more serious and character-driven aspect of the series does not lose its impact. Anyone who's watched Marble Hornets, Tribe 12, Everyman Hybrid, or really any handful of web series will be able to sense how many tropes, cliches, and general commonalities are quietly roasted by Stan Frederick, and it feels so good to see them dragged into this light for the first time and properly made fun of. The series is almost like a mockumentary in that sense, but still has a seriousness to it that keeps your attention and lets you know we're not just here to laugh. Stan may be facing events and creatures we've seen before, and they may be lightly parodied with a full sense of awareness behind the direction, but the character of Stan truly believes in what he's doing, and the events that he faces are real. Yes, he's a 20-year-old orphan who owns a home and investigates the paranormal, hopping from hotel to hotel and confronting creepypasta characters. But while making fun of the obviously hard-to-believe premise we've seen with so many Slenderman series heroes, he's still doing it as a real campaign to do good in the world, and you want to see more of his adventures. There are moments of exploring who Stan actually is as a person, and what his daily life is now like beyond what we see while he visits locations to confront a case. And the cases do get good. This goes beyond Slenderman for sure. Stan faces another very pale, very notorious monster, and also has an encounter with something brand new and original, a godsend from the web series heavens. The situation is played out so well, with such an awesome trick to the event that again, it's not right for me to spoil it. Episode 8, Something New, is what you'll want to check out for this one. Stan Frederick has been earning my respect for a while now by being the commentary on the entire Slenderman web series side of internet fiction that we've been missing, but episode 8, combined with how Stan's been building as a character, opened my eyes to the true possibilities of this web series. It may have begun as another Slenderman series in 2012 with much of the elements it now parodies involved, but the continuation is here to grow beyond that to a much bigger, more interesting, and truly exciting extent. Stan Frederick, in breaking the pattern of meeting creepypasta characters we've already seen a lot of, has given itself a wide field to play in as a monster-chasing series. We could be witnessing the beginning of the first web series version of a show like The X-Files, where we encounter crazy new monsters and events constantly and the main character grows with his experiences. I am genuinely surprised that we haven't seen something like this already. The idea is so attractive and so obvious with a format like YouTube working so well for it that my gut instinct tells me that someone has done it and I just haven't found it. And yet, if it's out there, I still don't know about it. Stan Frederick is the first, and coming from its origin as a Slenderman series, it just feels right for it to walk that path. Many have asked me how those inspired by Slenderman can make the transition from creating another Slender series to doing something new, and while there are 1,001 ways to do so, Stan Frederick wins so many points by actually taking that idea and literally making the transition from being a Slenderman story to something bigger and more exciting. That's not just admirable, it's insanely clever. This is how adaptive character building works. Instead of just making things move in a different direction, the story has opened up because of what the character's been through and the kind of choices that they've grown to make. It feels so natural, and it's something to be celebrated. Part parody, part drama, and altogether intelligent, Stan Frederick is to the web series scene what Deadpool is to superhero movies. Self-aware, smart, and ready to skewer the cliches and tropes we've come to see way too much of, while still showing that even though the stereotypes and formulas that built a genre may have gotten boring, we still have a lot of love for them, and we celebrate those tropes and cliches at the same time we're roasting them for being more worn out than Slenderman's suit. And while it serves up some much-needed parody and gets you to laugh, Stan Frederick still lets you know very firmly that there is a story developing here, with a character that's going to take us to interesting places and provide new experiences. I enjoy Stan Frederick on all its levels, and it's very exciting to anticipate where it's going to go from here. A new monster, a wide-open premise for exploration, and a full awareness of what's been done and what hasn't been seen. It's very refreshing. You may not get very many scares, but you're still going to find a lot to appreciate. Watch episodes 2 and 8 in particular. If you enjoy those, definitely subscribe. Thanks for joining me in the dark again this evening. I know this isn't usually the type of recommendation I bring you, but something that's been missing and as sorely needed as this had to be introduced to web series fans. Be sure to check out Stan Frederick and do subscribe if you like what you see. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this recommendation, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Once more, I'm Nick Nocturne, and like the man in the suit who just can't get enough of interrupting film projects, I'll be seeing you again real soon. Sleep tight.